Apollinaris could just make out the thick, swollen buttresses evenly spaced across the cavern. Deducing that they were in the deepest part of the monastery, he pushed against one of the supports, the stone ice cold under his palm. "A wine cellar?" Apollinaris commented. "Not quite," answered Father Shander. Apollinaris headed off, to arrive at an antechamber, its walls a different pallor to the main cavern. "Are we under the lake now?" "Yes. The island is littered with catacombs that fan out beyond the island's perimeter." With shadows bouncing around him in the claustrophobic chamber, he could clearly make out a collection from what seemed like a museum storeroom. "What is this place used for?" "We keep the boyar's riches here when our enemies strike," Shander explained. "The Turks currently infest Dambovita." "I take it Popesco bringing more treasures for you to store implies a battle is soon to be had?" Apollinaris questioned, following Shandor across to the double doors. "That is not for me to assume," Shandor said while swinging open the doors. "But our Prince Vlad does intend to reclaim the throne of Wallachia from the Sultan. The outcome is clear. The Turks will be forced out." "But why show me all this?" asked Apollinaris, arms wide. "Boasting does not become you, Shandor." No, not at all. As I said, we have collected these treasures on behalf of the boyars. We know exactly what is in here." Shandor pointed, and Apollinaris saw, against the far wall, a wooden box, taller, wider and longer than any of the others. Apollinaris' voice caught in his throat. Swallowing hard, he could not speak and hoped Shandor had not noticed his agitation. He tried to remain calm as he stepped forward, his body throwing an undulating shadow across the casket itself. The monk clasped his hands together to stop them shaking. "Have you tried to open it?" He hoped Shandor hadn't. That privilege he wanted for himself. Shandor stood next to him and moved his palm gently across the casket. Apollinaris suppressed the urge to pull Shandor's hand away. "It's sealed," Shandor replied. "It defies all attempts." Apollinaris was inwardly relieved. "When did your monks bring it here?" "They didn't." Apollinaris frowned. "Then how did you come by it?" "I sent Brother Arret down here for our regular weekly inventory. He came back and reported its arrival." "Well, clearly it passed through without your knowledge." "No. Between myself and Arret, everything that enters and leaves the chamber is accounted for. No other monk recalls it arriving." Apollinaris turned away from the casket, but felt his gaze being drawn to it. "Who beyond the Brotherhood knows about these caverns?" "None. It is part of our order to maintain our privacy. The boyars trust us to guard their treasures, but do not know where we store them." "Then you have an infiltrator, Shandor. Someone who knows and likes your security and privacy." From Grosvenor House Publishing, Cold Runs the Blood, a novel of medieval horror by Elliot Thorpe. Available now in paperback or on Kindle.